All right, guys. I think we are live and ready to go, according to YouTube. Yes. All right. So, guys, good morning. Welcome back. It's Monday. Woo! Welcome back to the live stream where we first review the watch list and then trade the market open every day. Hope everyone's ready to go. I got my lemonade over here. Today's Monday. It's the 13th of July. It's 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got another 15 minutes before the market opens at 9:30. We'll wrap up trading sometime after 11 or around there. Little reminder, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. All my trades are quick and really are not meant to be followed. Always know yourself why you're getting into and out of this stock. What are your targets? This community is really a place for us to learn from each other, and please do not spam or you will be put into timeout or kicked. Check out the video description below for some FAQs and let's dive into it. So I got EQ up here right now. It's our second lead gapper on the day. We'll review ECOR in a second. You know, EQ is up 300%. It was up 300%, kind of gave back a lot. So that's kind of a bit of a red flag here on this one. But sometimes these stocks that pull back quite a bit, they oftentimes will have a morning, maybe a quick push to the upside. So big support here at like 950. Let's see how this one's going to open up. Right now it's got about 34% back from its pre-market high. So I'm just going to take note of that. 34%. So let's see how we could trade this one out of the gates. I would probably be looking for some sort of red to green move, maybe some support at like 850 or something like that. That could be a really, really nice trade with EQ out of the gates. I'd probably do about 200 shares on this one for that trade. Remember to make your good till cancel extension today, because if you place a sell stop order, it does not get through, does not get executed. You get some issues with good to cancel extended. So you don't want to have those issues right out of the gates. So EQ, guys, 7 million float, US biotech with coronavirus trial results looking really, really good. India gave them the approval to do some more work in their country. So big news on that one. You know, India's population is ginormous. What is it, like 1.3 or 1.4 billion? So, you know, if one of these companies can, you know, start providing a cure for the coronavirus in India, that alone is a really, really big news. So how is this one, you know, performing right now? So right now it's at like 927. We had some big support and resistance right here in this kind of $6 area. We busted right through that. We have some bigger support at 8, like I said earlier, in this $9 zone. So I would probably look for a quick move off of here. And then, you know, if we break 10 or so, I think we might have blue skies till about 12 or so. Definitely 12, and then again, you know, 1350 or something in here. We definitely have a few peaks and valleys. So that's what I'm going to be looking for on EQ. It does look really, really hot. I like, you know, past performance on this one. The ECOR is actually, the past performance a little bit nicer, but you know, one thing to watch out with EQ is just, you know, sometimes it has these gap days and it, you know, it sells off quite a bit. But right now, you know, we're clearly above the 180-day moving average, possibly for the first time. So we'll see what happens. You know, we have that high of 1969. We had a huge hot afternoon Friday. So maybe some of that action is going to go right into today. I'm just going to be a little bit cautious because, you know, Friday, I tripped over myself a lot pre-market trading. It was okay pre-market trading. Near the end, I started kind of fumbling around a little bit. And then, you know, I was probably too eager into the market open and I was trading breakouts left and right. And all the breakouts didn't work until like 10:30. And by then I was done with trading. So, you know, watch out with that a little bit. EQ kind of popping up here a little bit. So I want to talk about ECOR as well. This one I actually did a bit of pre-market trading. So again, I got a little bit too eager beaver. I did do some good trades on this one, but then I gave it back kind of on this last breakout. I traded a breakout pre-market again, 332. I bought this kind of break higher here, was looking for a break above 340, and then we didn't get that kind of quick pullback. I was able to cut my losses pretty quickly, but this was a scratch. This was a scratch. And really the only good, I tried a few dip buys in here. These were like, I was up $5, back down $5. This was all pretty much nothing until we had this nice pullback here towards big support. I bought this pullback here, loaded up my shares, and then we broke higher and I took my profits right away. This was my one big winner pre-market. I was up like 50 something bucks after this one, after being negative like 20 bucks. And I should have just probably wrapped it up there or held it a little bit longer. At this point, we were a bit overextended for, pre-market, especially for buying breakouts. So shame on me for this one. Everything else was good. Sometimes you have to churn a little bit just to kind of get the groove going. So these were churns. Then I got my groove going, and then I kind of pushed it a little bit too hard buying breakouts. I really just got to stop buying breakouts until the market shows that things are breaking out higher. This was a little bit too late for me on the day. So let's talk about ECOR though. I mean, it's gapping up 300%, pulled back a little bit from those highs, and 26 million float. So that's a bigger float to keep track of. US biotech, also coronavirus news, FDA emergency use authorization for their procedure. So this one, again, I mean, I think ECOR and EQ, they have micro news, they have macro trend, coronavirus. So I think these are both going to be pretty hot plays. Oftentimes biotechs, I feel like they're not typically the ones that have multi-day runners, although ECOR in the past, this one actually did have a few multi-day runners, especially here in this area. I mean, this is like what, 15, 20 days or so, green days, really, really nice. Big move here. Here's actually a one-day spike, but the second day kind of holds its highs a little bit. This probably was a pretty decent pre-market spike. Some of these, yeah, overall, I mean, it has these spikes, kind of holds its highs. Here's like a 3-day, 4-day runner, 2-day runner. So, I mean, ECOR, I think overall looks like a much better pick than EQ. But we'll see. It depends intraday how they're performing. I would love to jump on both of them. So we'll see what we do. We also have just tons of other stuff gapping. I mean, we typically don't look at the gap scanner and there's this much stuff moving. So this is going to be a pretty interesting open. I'm going to probably be a bit more focused on buying dips. We'll see what happens. And if we start seeing things break out, then I'll shift my aggression a little bit. Yeah, red to green would be nice. Tesla is a beast. Let's kind of go through here some of the tickers a little bit. We have NETE popping up as well. Just so many tickers moving today. It's gonna be a busy Monday. We also have the overall market at 83%, which is kind of a lot. I'm not always the biggest fan when the overall indexes are very green. I almost find that they do better when it's relatively red. I feel like when the indexes are up very, very green, sometimes the large caps are traded a little bit harder, resulting in lower overall volume in the small cap. So we'll see like that. We'll see what happens. We don't want to be too biased. Just want to kind of keep that in mind. Let's see, NETE, pending merger. Okay, this one's EV related news here. Electric vehicle manufacturing plant. That's been hot news. Looks like it's about to break out here again. Let me quickly look up some things about NET here. US software infrastructure company. Float of 3.5 million. And they're up around 45% pre-market or so. Pending merger with Mullen Technologies. I'm not sure how good that news is, but it's kind of a hot sector, so it could be quite nice. A little bit of spike here. This could be a continuation breakout right now. We might break above 18. Fast rate of change is what I like to see. Got another 5 minutes here till the market opens. Where's my volume at? Around 50. Yep, there we go. Let's see if we can break that 18. Big volume on this one. $775, would not be surprised. Big spread on this one. This one's has huge potential for halts today, I feel like. Even though the float, actually, wait, what did I say? 3.5 million? That's pretty legit. I just read 35 and I was like, wait, hold on. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, this looks pretty good. NETE. This might even bump into place number 2. We'll see what happens out of the gates. So for me, ECOR, EQ, and NETE are the ones I'm going to be looking for out of the gates. And then we'll see if another ticker kind of takes over that place. Wow, I was thinking on NETE earlier today, like, oh, I wonder if it's going to break, past, $20 or so. And we just, rip past 18. We're already so close to 20 bucks. So we have this kind of high zone here at 25, so I want to keep a close eye on that one. This one has huge spikeability in the past, just big runners. Oftentimes, though, will gap up and give back all of its profits. So just keep that in mind as well. Here we go. This one, for example, opened up, went higher, and then sold off the rest of the day. Sold off about 50%. Yeah, I remember the blockchains. They were crazy. So, any thoughts on WIMI? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any specific thoughts. I don't know if I'm going to be trading this one. We'll see how this one performs out of the gates. I do have some low orders here near big support. Maybe we'll get some sort of dip buy on this one. I really want to be careful though, because it is a recent IPO, but you always have those chance of offerings, especially with these small caps. So that's kind of what I'm thinking could happen here. I'm not going to probably rush into WIMI, but around 15 or so, could find some big support, could have huge red to green moves. I don't know. It could be an interesting pick. I'll be watching this one for sure, on and off, but I don't know. Out of the gates, I probably am not going to be looking at it. We'll see. We'll see what pops up on our chart. I got another 2 minutes here till the market opens. It's a good time to make sure everything's looking right. You have your order set up. On my other screen here, I got EQ. I got 200 shares ready to go on this one. I don't know how it's going to open up. Maybe it's going to be a quick dip. Who knows? Maybe it's going to start flying right above VWAP. It's really hard to say. ECOR, the spot to crack is above that 3.2 and then 3.4. And I think if we crack that, this could be an absolute ripper. Smoke break. Exactly. Another minute and a half here. Where's Heiko? Has Heiko made his appearance yet? It's too quiet here. I definitely got the Monday fizz in my brain where it's like you're still feeling like a little bit of the weekend lag. But my workout earlier was quite nice. SPAQ news came out with merger with Fisker. Thanks for putting out the news. I always appreciate it when you guys write the news with the ticker. It's really good. Appreciate that, Faraz. Thanks, man. To do coffee. I'm in bathroom freaking out. I have limit orders everywhere. Oh, God. All right, guys. 20 seconds. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Here we go. ECOR breaking out already. I'm going to give it a little bit. This is where TOS usually has a few issues. Quick dip here below 3. $309. Possible break here, 316. Here we go, 320. This is the move. $8 move so far. Having some troubles. Let's see if we can get an entry here. Looking for this to break higher now. Here we go. Looking for that break above 322. Didn't get that break, didn't get the continuation, so I closed this position. Try to get a better exit, but I didn't execute. ECOR pulling back now. Good thing we didn't end up in that flush. Bouncing off of VWAP, EQ also pulling back. WIMI halted going up, Corey said. Thanks for that. My scanner has yet to update, but it should probably update somewhat soon here. ECOR, possible break of VWAP, watch out. Entry on EQ. Looking for that bounce off of 8. Still falling. Flush under 7. I closed this one. Looks like I entered too soon. I didn't know if we were going to keep flushing. A little bit unfortunate. Got exactly what I wanted, but took a lot of risk on this one because it kept flushing. So I bought a dip. Basically kind of was catching a falling knife on that one. We have big support at 8. That was my thesis. It broke when we flushed right through $8. That's why I closed this position pretty quickly. So this was a scratch, but actually it was really a thesis that was wrong. So gotta be careful though, closing those losses. Still watching it, could be a possible secondary entry. ECOR trying to bounce off of VWAP. This could be its moment. I don't want to get flushed in on. Hey Satoshi, good to have you here. Good to see you again. I feel like it's been forever. I saw your chat on Friday right when I left. Clicked the end stream button. I saw your comment come in. EQ breaking 7-8 now. Whoo! Ooh, pulling off again. That's what I was worried about. That is a wicked sell-off we're seeing. ECOR selling off as well. Just want to be very careful. We've had many scratches today. Even buying the dips, sometimes you got to be extra careful because when things are pulling back this much, you don't know if it's going to reverse. So it was good that I cut my losses on EQ. Even though we made it out green, it was still technically, I feel like it was a loss because the trade, the idea was wrong. Michael, I feel you, man. I was up like 60 bucks pre-market, and then before the market opened, I was down $4. So it's a bit annoying. EQ possible bounce. FTEK just had an entry on this one. Looks like it just had a big sell-off. Not a lot of volume on this one, just bought a dip on it. We had big support at 0.8. Not too interesting. I'm gonna go back to ECOR. This is the main ticker I want to be watching right now. WIMI up. Man, TOS has just not been updating its charts, or the scanner's quick enough. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 green candles in a row. 1 minute green candles on ECOR. ICWIMI. Huge move there. Look at that. 38%. Absolutely wicked. This ticker has been just absolutely crazy. Big second green day so far. Here we go. Scanner's just updated. Yep, MBY. Good call, Corey. Looks like it's going to break through VWAP any moment. NETE kind of having an interesting dip here at the open. Could see this one break back above VWAP somewhat soon. I could definitely see it. We have big support here right above 15. Volume on the sell is slowing down. 9-minute EMA on the 5-minute coming in. Big support. Could be breaking higher any moment. ECOR is our lead gapper, followed by NETE. I don't mind that I'm taking it a little bit slower on today. You know, Mondays, so why not? Especially after having a loser on Friday. Yeah, David, man, I totally feel you on WIMI. Like, I don't even know what to say. We were up so much on that one. FTEK got out of this one. Small $30 profit. We were up a little bit more. Small position size on this one. Kept on missing my exit multiple times. Maybe it's going to break now above the 9-minute, but yeah, bigger buyers coming in finally. I don't know. It could easily keep dropping. I was worried that there was some news about it. I wanted to buy the dip here at right above 0.8. That's what we did. So, you know, got what I wanted. Took about 3% on this trade, so nothing too crazy. ECOR, guys. This looks like could be a runner. Breaking now back above 9-minute. EQ as well. EQ halted. That's what we wanted to see. This is going to be really interesting out of the halt. I'm going to love watching that. It's going to get unhalted at like 46. Big buyers there at 97, watching it closer. Looking for an entry here. Can we break above 95? Entry at 92. Low volume here. Can we get a move above 3? Got a quick move above 3. Took profits on that one fairly quickly. Use bigger size because we're not pre-market right now. EQ is going to open up pretty soon. Got another minute, not less. We got like 30 seconds before EQ opens up. Yeah, PSV from yesterday, Friday. That was a beast. EQ guys opening up. Still pulling back. Woo! A little bit sketchy here. Remember, it sold off quite a bit. Can we see that? Boom! There it is! EQ, big break higher. Congrats to anyone that got in on that one. ECOR could see a breakout here. Ooh, okay, Wayfair. That doesn't sound too good. I'd be a little cautious here on the 5-minute. ECOR does not look too hot, so I'm a little nervous. Okay, here we go. Picking up again, breaking out higher. Not too bad, not too bad. What I was seeing here on the 5-minute was that we were breaking below VWAP here, and we were hitting the 9-minute EMA as some test. So I was thinking, you know, if we don't move higher soon, might not be too nice. Big volume here. This could be breaking past 3.2. If we break past 3.2, I think ECOR is definitely back in play. 150 million volume on the day so far. There we go. Nice. I have to check out the Wayfair, but when Michael wrote that, I was like, oh, okay. Nice trade, Kig. Who got the EQ entry after the halt? Because that was a really nice one. Somehow I fumbled on EQ. Man, that was a 20% move. I wanted that red to green, but it pulled back way harder to 7.5 than I was expecting. And then I felt like, you know, who knows how far this is going to go down. So I kind of got out of it. Quick pullback on ECOR. Let's see if we can get an entry here at 308. Pulled back to 45. Pretty mean pullback here, I gotta say. Use smaller size on this one because I didn't feel as comfortable. Wow, huge flush on it, guys. Watch out. Looking to close this trade as quick as possible. Not sure why it's dropping so fast. Not sure what happened here on this one. Closed that position, and it's still dropping. We were up basically 80 bucks. Now we're down 100. Wow, that happened really, really quick. You got to watch out on that. I knew that this one was a little sketchier because, like I was saying before, there's a good chance that we might be trending to the downside now. So I was like, okay, I'm going to buy this pullback, but I'm going to use smaller size. That saved me. That was my risk management. But that was a bit unexpected. It almost felt like, I mean, you don't see that much. This was a huge, huge dip. That was really aggressive. Looks like I've been trading ECOR a little bit sloppy. I was pretty excited that, like, okay, we're back up on the day with ECOR. You know, things are looking good. Big bounce here. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, that was a bit annoying. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's be a little bit cautious, guys. A ticker doesn't drop like that for no reason. I mean, that felt a little bit unnatural. I was looking here at the news. I was like, uh-oh, did we get an offering? But I don't know. I don't know what that was. That was a 21% flush in 2 candles. 20% in 2 candles, guys. You don't see that all the time. Luckily, I didn't get out at the low, but I had to cut my losses at 73, which it sucks because you're like, wow, you know, this could have huge reversal potential any second. So you almost want to even be adding into the position. But let's say news did come out and then it gets halted and then it's down another 20%. You're going to have one of the biggest losses ever. So you got to throw in the towel or, you know, take the loss quickly. Yeah, I probably could have took it even quicker. This was really, that was a really aggressive. I mean, we almost took that full loss. Let's see, we entered here at 308. And I sold here at 73. Yeah, that was a 12% loss roughly. 12% loss. %12 loss on a 1,500 share position size. So we were up 70 and now we're down 98, just like that. That's a little bit unfortunate. I'm gonna have to be really careful here. See if I can dig myself out of the hole a little bit. Be very cautious overall. So we have ECOR or lead gapper. We kind of acting really sketchy. I've clearly not been trading it right. We have EQ, you know, doing all right. But with a wicked sell-off in the morning, and then we have NETE, our second lead gapper on the day, probably showing a bit more promise. I just wasn't really convinced about the overall news on it, but we'll see what happens. Nice move here on NETE. NBI also running. I see it at 176. Woo, a lot of tickers moving, guys. A lot of tickers. EQ looks like it's back down. Let's see what Tesla's doing. You guys are calling this one out quite a bit today. Yeah, at a new high at 1800. Absolutely wild, huh? I guess more shorts are getting squeezed. I'm watching NETE. Yeah, ECOR still selling off here. Sometimes I just want to like make sure I have no shares still out on this one. Ooh, NETE just had a bit of a flush on that. Definitely a little bit shaky. NET could be dropping here. Not sure where these flushes are coming from. They're pretty aggressive though. Yeah, it really was a nasty flush, huh? Yeah, Michael, I feel you. Today I'm a little disappointed as well so far. I mean, I was doing all right. NETE pulling back again here. Can 80 hold? That's the question. Back to 90. About to be back above 17. Could be the bounce here. ECOR still selling off. Anyone that was just kind of holding this one, hoping for a reversal, is getting burned hard. Yeah, David, always a good idea. No, I haven't traded OXY yet. Yeah, Corey, that's so true. ECOR was a perfect setup. I don't know, man. I should have listened to myself when I said possible downtrend, but all the signs were there as well. So I mean, I took a small position. At least that's the only thing I did right. Sometimes you win some, you lose some, right? It's not really much I can do about that. Just unfortunate it was a bigger loss. EQ, you know, this is also one of those that could be breaking out higher. Yeah, there we go. Really just don't want to get stuck in a flush again somehow. I'm like traumatized. Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked because usually the SPY isn't as correlated with these small caps. But yeah, I mean, it took a dump here, took another dump, which I guess today is having a bigger overall effect on the market. This is really why I like when the overall markets are not moving. Because when the markets aren't moving, then the small caps really, you know, all eyes on the small caps. No one's looking at the market. But I said this in the beginning of the day when, you know, we're up like, you know, so at much, we started up like 0.8%, which was a little bit high on the higher end. Got big resistance here at 320. So it looks like every time we probably get close to that 320 zone, yeah, there's big dips from there. So it looks like there's big sellers constantly trying to take their profits in that zone most likely, or shorts going long, who knows. You mean EQ? Yeah, I'm not sure how I randomly feel about shorting because yesterday or Friday, remember, like all the breakouts weren't working, but then randomly when I stopped trading, all the breakouts started working. It was like the exact opposite of what I was trying to do on the day, which was a little bit annoying. So I don't think I'm going to be randomly shorting just because we have been seeing more dumps. I don't know. Plus, I usually don't short on here anyway, so I would have to really get used to that first. EQ looked pretty good. MBY. Corey, this is the one you were calling out. This looked pretty good as we were breaking that VWAP zone. Pretty nice. It's a huge move. It's just, you know, nice 15% move, then out of nowhere, whack. This 8% dip isn't even that bad from what we've been seeing today. EQ might be breaking VWAP pretty soon here if it continues. Michael, yeah, probably. Yep, EQ, there goes the breakout. That's what we were thinking. I think it's halted right now. It's about to get halted. No? Sure looks like it. That was some huge amount of volume and it did not get halted. Fake halt. Let's see how FTEK is doing. Yeah, I probably could have held on to FTEK a little bit longer. Another 4% it went up. Yeah, I mean, I could have walked away much better on this one. Probably closer to 8-9%. That's probably the closest I've seen a halt almost happen and then just not happen. That was weird. Even the order book was looking like it was halted. Oh yeah, Ryan, super nice. Woo! That's a good trade. It does kind of feel like it's struggling, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it just kind of kept on marching along here. That was really nice buying volume overall, so I like what I'm seeing on it for sure. I got the 9-minute E-main and I got VWAP on my charts. Both of our lead gappers have failed miserably at the moment. So again, it seems to be a bit of a pre-market kind of day. EQ, is it going to flush? It's pulling back right now. Yep, EQ, there's the flush. Dang, that is just wicked. %. SPY is trying to break this 320 zone though. There's some fun arrows. If I didn't get flushed on ECOR and we saw the SPY and everything else kind of flushing, I probably would have traded the EQ dip. But I was a little bit more cautious now, and I guess I wasn't the only trader to kind of take a step off the throttle. Let me see you guys calling out VXRT. 10-11 right now. Oh yeah, VXRT having some decent breakouts. Bigger resistance right here at 10. Let's see what it does. Just a bit of a slow mover, VXRT, only 8% on a pretty decent move, so not exactly my favorite kind of ticker to be looking at. WIMI was a pretty hot one. Probably really tricky to trade if you try to buy this bounce off VWAP and then you got flushed back and down. Now it's breaking out again. 28%. Huge moves on it though. Just ridiculously sized moves. VXRT broke that 10. Yeah, maybe. I'll be right back. Take a little break. Broasty broast. Let's see what's next. Gotta keep our eyes open. Well, Michael, they both happen in the same place, so it's hard to tell. That's right, Michael. Definitely good call out on that. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content, if you're enjoying these live trades, even though today, again, like Friday, having a bit of a messy day. I think I was trading much better today. I just, honestly, that was like a freak accident that happened on that last flush. Gave back pretty much most of our profits on that last ridiculous 2 ferocious candle drop on this. So 20% on those 2 candles. $10.17. Let's just be careful. Take smaller size. Take some base hits here. Get back into the green, and then yeah, let's see what happens. I'm a little scarred with trading ECOR. I don't really trust it breaking this 9-minute EMA, so I probably won't touch it. You just never know when it's actually going to start reversing. UQ bouncing off 8. UAVS still in the game. HTBX had quite the move, huh? Just never really had a lot of volume till this flag pattern right here, and then it ran up 9%. Quickly sold off as well. Not even sure. It doesn't even look like it has news today. Quadruple S ticker here. It's interesting. And TE moving up. Yeah, I'm curious. Is ECOR gonna have a reversal? We're entering a big resistance zone here in ANTE. I'm not really sure if this is gonna break out. 175. I would definitely keep a little look-see at. Not seeing anything I want to trade right now. Right now, I'm finger off the trigger. I want to get aggressive again. I want to start kind of, getting back into the green after today, but no rush. No rush here. It seems like most gap days on ECOR tended to do pretty well. So I was a little disappointed that ECOR today is not having actually the best gap. Sonny, like I said to everyone that asked me if I should buy or sell, it is totally 100% up to you, man. I can't answer that. You know, are you swing trading? Are you day trading? Are you scalping? There's too many variables that I don't know about your trade. I can't answer that for anyone else. For me, for day trading right now, ECOR, we could be now trending back above the 9-minute EMA. We could be on our way back to VWAP, but I've been flushed on this one several times. And then, you know, on Friday, I was flushed twice. So I'm a little sketched out, to be honest, with several of these tickers that we're seeing. I wouldn't be surprised if like late morning, maybe around like 11 going into 12, we start seeing a bit more upside action like we did last Friday. I might even try to squeeze in some afternoon trading today. That might honestly be the best thing to do because right now I'm not convinced about anything. All right, ECOR is trying, I gotta say. Oh, Michael, yeah, it's all over the place. Oh my. WMI trying to make some new highs here. We have that high of 38. I wonder if we're going to get back to that zone. This one's a tricky one to trade because that spread is ginormous, so it just kind of keeps on getting halted. Is it just me or did TD Ameritrade remove the halt news? Because I feel like that used to come up all the time and lately I've been missing it. This is a pretty clear breakout move though. It's really nice looking. I like it. I like the way it trades. But I've been on the wrong side of the way it trades. Yeah, it's weird, Jeffrey. We'll have to look into that. I have to write them. I think one of the bigger flags right now in ECOR is that kind of drop in volume, which could be a good thing as well because the red volume, the red candles don't have that much activity either. So it's not necessarily the worst news. What? My alert was supposed to be if it breaks down. ECOR. I got 2 alerts on ECOR. Let's see which way it goes, and then I'll, get back to it. You're looking at ANTEL? I mean ANTE as well. It has been a bit of a slow grinder, but looking pretty okay, especially as we started breaking up here again. Good call, ANT. $1.5 big resistance zone right here in this area. So yeah, that's the nice Halt news that I feel like we're missing right now. Let's see here why it's up today. It gets NASDAQ non-compliance notice 7 days ago. This could be a bit of a short squeeze. EQ is popping back up here. It's definitely trying. Use on Sava? I'm not sure. It's moving. Don't see any news about it. Let's see. There was something on the 12th though. I would have to go through this article here. EQ trying to break VWAP. Remember, EQ has a 7 million float, so it does have that spike ability. Touching the 9-minute, bouncing off. Whew. Low selling momentum. Maybe we can get an entry here at 38. I'm gonna close my order actually. Still not enough volume on this one. Let's see if we can get an entry here at 35. pulling back a little bit. Don't want to see this go below 17. Looks like it might break the EMA here. Possible move. Got to break 8.5 though. Small sellers back in 832. Low volume here. $10.33. I want to see that break of 9 minute, and then I want to see break of 8.5. EQ is a third lead gapper right now on the day. Has that potential. Here we go. Buyers getting close to the ask. That's a good sign. Could see that break of 50 any moment. Possible stop at 30. Give us a little bit longer. Bit of a flush here. Try to get out. All right. Closed this position, took a small loss on it, but not really too bad. It is what it is. Was looking for the breakout. I probably should have got out when it didn't break out. Like I always say, breakout or bailout. Small loss on it for pretty decent size, so that's okay. Nothing really too bad. Yes, I have traded ECOR. We took one trade on it right in the morning. And check out ANT. I don't really like the fact that ANT doesn't have really any news. It feels a little bit overextended in this area. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. How many trades today? That's a good question. Let's quickly check that out. 13 trades so far. Although I think one or two were total scratches in terms of like I got like one share fill or something and I closed it. So yeah, the low volume, which at first I was kind of, okay with because the low volume was on the sell as well. But then we didn't get that spike back to the upside. So I probably should have just closed out for, a $4 win or a $4 loss. Doesn't really matter. Satoshi, what happened to ANTE? Right when you told me to switch over to it. All right, let's do some inventory over here. ECOR still selling off. A little bit annoying here how this one's been selling off so much. Lead gapper, never the nicest thing when a lead gapper sells off so much. So trading ECOR pre-market was really the way to do it, and that's I think what we did right. We traded this one quite a bit pre-market. My trades aren't loading right now because I think the majority of the trades today were from ECOR, and we were up a decent profit until we got stuck in this big old 20% flush. NETE, second lead gapper on the day, also selling off. EQ, nothing really too interesting. And let's check the SPY again. Yeah, the SPY did have a little bit of a dip there, huh? Really, really unusual how much the small caps are following the overall market today. Most stocks, I think it's like statistically, there's a whole article I was reading about. It was like hike of most stocks, like I think it's 70% or so, over 70% follow the SPY. That's actually one of the best things about trading small caps is because they oftentimes don't. They do whatever they want. But larger companies, often in mid caps and large caps, follow the SPY. Sometimes, if the market, especially on a stronger day, they will also start following the SPY. It's really not the nicest to be in kind of sync with that, though. Satoshi says, check out SAVA. Although last time you told me to check out that ticker, that was right before it dipped hard. Let's see here, SAVA, let's see what happens. It's at 180-day moving average. Retesting this zone. Big resistance here at 450 roughly. If we could break this area, I could probably see it running to 5. But for a ticker that has no specific news today, I'd be a little bit careful. Had some decent runs on it though. 14%, just not really moving too much. Here's some good entries on it though. A nice little flag pattern, 9-minute EMA pullback. So the big question is, can we break past the 4.5? That's the big resistance zone. Then maybe we'll see a little run up here. But I see some heavy resistance above. I'm still watching the lead gappers here. It's 1040. Last time we had a nice bit of reversal near the end of the morning, so maybe we'll start seeing something like that. ECOR, what a wicked pullback this one has been having though. Down 36% from the pre-market highs. NBY slowly coming back above VWAP. Let's check it out. Yep, interesting. Have some news. EPA approval. Spray solution. Here we go, 153. That was the big support zone. Eddie, I think VXRT, the problem probably is the lack of news. I don't know. It's weird. So maybe it's just a big short squeeze here. It's tough to say. It's a good question why this one's, running today. Maybe there was just, a solid, I really do think it's a bit of a short squeeze because, there was a bit of a pennant pattern forming here. Lower volume. We finally had a breakout to the upside, probably shorts covering and now some longs jumping in as well. We had some Zynga news. Maybe it's on this one. Okay, here we go. Started a buy stock price from B. Riley. $22 price target. Ooh, God. They have an offering coming out. June 30th. Let's see. June 30th. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about VXRT. It is breaking higher though. I mean, it is doing pretty solid moves. You gotta give it that. It's a bit of a slow mover for the fact that, so many candles in a row is only a couple percent. It's not the typical stock we're looking for. I mean, 3% on this really solid breakout isn't too much. Yeah, the fact that I think Tesla and some of these large caps are just up so much, sometimes the small caps suffer because of that. Actually, honestly, Tesla looks like a little bit like a small cap today with this really nice open run. And then we had a flat top breakout kind of here at like 1740. You just have to use big size on Tesla. Nice, Satoshi. Yeah, that one's early on was a good one to get on. Nice work. Millen, I don't know. I think ECOR could be a good pick at some point. Just don't really know when that would be. There's OSS. Yeah, not doing really too much. Had a pretty solid red to green move here though. After that, I think people dropped it. 20% move. Beautiful move for sure. Are you trading the SPY directly or the indexes? Or how come you entered VXRT today? Yep, boy monster, you gotta, it's just like any other job. If you earn money, you pay taxes on it. Did you, Satoshi, did you just like bought like all the morning gappers, or what did you do? Because till you got to VXRT, that's quite down the list, no? Or what made you pick VXRT specifically? David, the exchanges already do that for you. Yep, 7 a.m. on TOS specifically. I'm just not getting if like I don't get what you're saying, so I feel like maybe other people are also confused. I don't know. You said you bought the lead gappers in the morning and then you're trading the market. So I'm just trying to figure out what made you pick VXRT, or did you just blindly put in $1,000, let's say, on the top 20 lead gapper, or stocks gapping up in the morning? EQ seems to be holding its highs okay. I'm actually kind of surprised. Maybe it will have a bit of a turnaround story, or it's going to break $8, and when it does, it's going to be absolutely painful. I don't know what's going to happen. Watching all of our lead gappers, I'm just kind of siphoning through them. At one point, I'm sure we're going to see some action again, but it might be past my trading time. So if we don't get another trade in, that's also fine. A little bit unfortunate because then we'd be ending the day a bit red, but it is how it is sometimes. Ah, gotcha, okay. Yeah, maybe that's what it was then. Reno. So we had a bit of a pullback here at 207 before we had the big run up. Could be an interesting spot to see potential for a reversal. KNOS. I don't even think we've looked at KNOS today. I wouldn't trade it. I don't day trade any sub dollars usually, and this one has just about no volume, so not something I'm usually very interested in. It could be a good swing trade. I'm not saying don't trade it. Just for me, it's not my bread and butter. But it looks like it is going exponential here, so who knows how far it's going to go. Yeah, Shurkan, I totally feel you. Got you. It was more of a swing trade. Okay, I feel you. EQ popping up here a bit. See if we can get a quick entry on EQ popping up here. Not sure if we're going to get it. Just watching it. Looks like ECOR is also doing a bit of a reverse. Is the software for trading more safe than using the zero commission apps? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. This is $0 commission from TOS, so I really like it. And I don't think the app really matters on necessarily safety as long as you're using any good quality company. EQ. Can this one maintain where it is, or is this gonna crash? This is what I was nervous about right here, this exact setup here. So many failed breakouts. Nice, Ryan. Nice work being quick on that one, too. %, relative volume is important. that's important. I need my EQ, a stock to make up for ECOR. ECOR is looking like it could be trying to come back in the game, but anytime I see a stock pull off this much, I don't know. It is a little bit kind of disheartening, and at the same time, not totally sure if it's going to come back at any one point. 37% down the day. Yeah, I hope for a rally as well. I hope it comes, back in the game. Let's check here what else is popping. We got ECOR, we got NETE, lead gappers. Yeah, happy you like that, Satoshi. I honestly, when my friend showed me dollar volume, I was like, oh my god, my life has been a lie up to this point. It is pretty helpful. Always want to have a plan. Doesn't matter if you change your plan, but it's good that you came in with a plan. I think that's really important because then you always get used to that and you could learn how to adjust it. What's up on bias trades? I'm a little bit red on the day right now, mainly because we got a huge flush to the downside on ECOR. Other than that, I would have been up. I went up from 70 on this stock to down $98. So in just in under, I don't know, how long was I holding that? 2 minutes probably total. TOS is free, Norman. It used to be much more. I think when I first started trading on TOS, they were advertising like $7.95 a trade. And then I remember I got it down like a couple of years later to $3.95 or something like that. And then I got it even down less than that, like to $270 or something. And then in October, they went free of last year. It was October or November. So that was nice. And then I was like, wow, I might as well do a small account challenge because no commissions. You could easily trade $500 and grow an account without, being destroyed by fees. I think ANTE was just done, honestly. We were looking at ANTE right here in kind of this area, somewhere in this area for the first time. And I was like, okay, well, 1.5 is big resistance. Maybe we will break that area, but I felt like the upside was kind of capped on it. I probably should have aggressively tried to trade it on the 1.5 breakout. Probably could have walked away with 3-4% profit, but I don't know. It was just, I don't know. I just wasn't ready for it. Okay, good call, Gary and Satoshi. So yeah, TOS and TD Ameritrade, which is a Canadian company. Apparently, I guess in Canada they still pay commission. There's only a day trading rule. Day trading rule is not broker based. It's a U.S. law. So any broker in the U.S. has the $25,000 pattern day trader rule. It is not specific to brokers. Now, it only applies to margin accounts. It does not apply to cash accounts. The caveat is cash accounts, there's a 48-hour settling period of any money that you use. So if you trade with $1,000 on Monday, you don't get that money back till Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, those are very specific questions. So the best thing you guys could do is always just ask the broker directly. I mean, I don't know the rules for every broker, and then, let alone for different countries. So new cash account tool for? What's the new rule for a cash account? Well, I feel like there's a lot of topics going on at once in the chat room. Yeah, Scott Trade. I remember them with their $5 trade advertisements for so long. Okay. That's a good question, Michael. I would like to find one. I'm not totally sure. 0% commission brokers offshore. Nice, Matt. Good work on that. Good question. I mean, I've been looking at EQ this whole time. It really seems to be holding this $8 zone pretty hard. Could really mean that, support is finally in here, but if that $8 zone cracks, that's going to be very, very bearish. But for now, I mean, It's not a bad sign. Yeah, Corey, exactly. It's in the make it or break it zone. Like, if it holds this and starts trending upwards, I think people are going to jump on it like crazy. If it breaks $8 for just a second, maybe if it breaks more like 7.75 or so, people are going to be dumping this hard. Yeah, this is a bit of the waiting phase, huh? 11 o'clock. Want to be a little careful. EQ could be back in play. $8.3 was the last 9-minute EMA attempted breakout zone. Whew. So flushy. Here we go, 824, back at it. That last one was so sketchy, that last little flush to the downside at 813. That was the biggest volume so far. Technically, I almost want to say it should be a green candle because I feel like most of that volume came in on the way up, but I'm put on EKOR on my second screen. Yep, good call on ECOR. Nice, Eugene. Just wrapping up the base hits. That's how you do it, man. Just watch out with, those big sketchy moves to the downside. Now, there could be cracking here. 813. Here we go, 817 breaking higher. Can we see some buyers backing on this one? $8.25, $8.27. Whew. Possible break here at the 30. Let's see if we can get an entry here on this breakout. Looking for it to move higher. $8.35 getting chipped away. 850 is the big resistance zone on this one. I got kind of faked out on this one, so I took a small loss on it. Or no, actually, never mind. I made 4 cents a share on it. Yeah. I would have probably held this longer if I didn't just have on Friday and today 2 big losses because of buying these slow movers that never ended up breaking higher. So I don't know. They've been a little trickier to trade here. I think EQ still has a lot of potential, so I'm just kind of watching it. Back at 34. Could be the break here, 30. 840 seems to be that big zone that we can't get past. Here we go, 840 possibly breaking out. Boom, 840, there we go. Congrats to anyone still holding this one. Up 5% from that initial spot. NETE, seeing some 15 zone. Wonder if it's going to pass. It looks like ECOR is having some issues, and then the SPY, gotta watch out, could be flush territory. I think EQ is definitely gonna have a VWAP, possible retest, and maybe even a breakout. Here we go, 860 cracking. Nice. Buying the breakouts on EQ has been pretty tricky, I think. That's basically what I did, and then I kind of got shaken out a little bit by it. Yeah, you don't want the spread to be too loose, or else you start, getting possible unfavorable halts. Bit of a sell-off here on EQ. 820. Yeah, it was a lot of sell volume, guys, on that last candle. Not really super interesting. Here we go. NETE cracked right above that 15 zone. Could it be back in the game? That's the question. We have a big shoulder at 16. $3.5 million float. That pending merger with Mullen Technology. It was up 45% pre-market. U.S. software and infrastructure company. EQ selling off here. Could be breaking the $8 zone any moment. Yeah, the spread is all over the place. The whole ticker is all over the place. Just a bunch of disappointments, really. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to improve the delay. I think YouTube has just a fixed 15-second or so delay. I don't know, I'd be a little weary with EQ. I think it just really sent a message that buyers are in charge, not to mention the fact that the largest volume was now on a red candle. Yep. I think the little hope that EQ had about 5 minutes ago literally just washed up. Here we go. Here's the break of 8 that we were talking about. All right, Corey, take care, man. I was actually just about to say the same at 11:15. I was already looking at the time. But yeah, man, thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you guys have any questions here before we also wrap up. There's probably a good chance I might do a little bit of more trading today if I see the right conditions. Right now, I don't really see any good conditions. So maybe ECOR, maybe another lead gapper, maybe NETE, NQ, NBY. Maybe something's gonna shine at one point. And then when I'm doing the recap video or yada yada, who knows when, at what point, I'll jump in on it. I gotta do some taxes though. They're due on the 15th, guys. Don't forget. We also have Roth IRA distributions to be made if you guys, or contributions, not distributions. If you guys have not contributed to your Roth IRA's account, you can do so for the last year up to tax filing day. So basically, on Wednesday is your last day to contribute if you want, which I think is pretty good. So yeah, Renee, you're always first one. Oh God, Ryan. That's funny. It is what it is. I hope that family of long-term trades turns into a gold pile one day. Thanks, TG. I appreciate it, man. Remember, guys, if you're totally new here, we come out with a recap video every single day. I would love to see you there. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, get the notification when the recap comes out. Leave a comment in the recap. Let me know what you guys think on the trading day. Join the community, get involved. The more you guys are involved, I think the more you guys can take away from it. That's at least constantly what I hear. Let's wrap up here, guys. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy the content. I know today a little bit slower. I mean, it was a bit of a red day. Pre-market again. Pre-market was the day was hot. So we're wrapping up today $84 in the red, which sucks because we were really okay in the green today. And then we just had that one flush trade. The only thing I did right on it though, I was like, this is not 100% really nice. So I'm going to use small size, and that limited my downside, but it was still like a 12% loss. So, it happens sometimes with small caps, those flushes, man. It is what it is. Thank no days off. I think I got to have a few more green days to get on that GOAT status, a few more months, but I appreciate it, man. Yeah, let's do it. If it's looking good, I'll definitely start early pre-market. Yeah, shoot me an email, Norman, if you are interested. alex@tradejournal.co. My contact information is in the video description below. All right, guys, take care. EQ is back up. My God, that is sketchy. Market opens sometime here, so I'll just scroll up. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at the same thing, Jay. All right, guys. Take care, man. Stay safe. Make some awesome trades. Bros to bros. It takes a little bit longer lately to end the stream because I have to refresh the YouTube page on my other laptop. For some reason, the end stream button disappears sometimes. I don't know. So I'm still here. I'm just chilling. Come on, laptop, work with me here. Ciao, ciao.